On this episode, hey Siri,
Mm-hmm.
what is the greatest gangster movie of all time? Yep, we knew it.
Oh shit.
From Flint Avenue taking the 71 over to East Ridge Malling up to Gold Cinema. That's where the real brothers went and just for 99 cents saw every single damn movie they could ever invent. We are the real brothers, the real brothers.
Now, I picked this scene for us to review on because The Godfather is really, sure you got gangsters, but at the heart of the movie was family.
That's what Francis Ford Coppola was always about. I recently saw the series The Offer, which talks about the making of the movie with the producer, director, and the actors, and all the problems they had with Paramount. And it's quite a journey that they had to go through. A lot of problems and hurdles to get over. And this has to be maybe the most premier movie of all movies.
Yeah, this is like one of our favorite movies of all time. Just, not the acting was amazing, but it was a story about family, and it stays with you. And it's told so well. It's like Francis Ford Coppola is an amazing storyteller. He's not just showing you violence and people getting killed. He's crafting the story of this family, and it's amazing.
Yeah, Francis Ford Coppola and the author of the original novel, Mario Puzo,
Yes.
they both co-wrote this screenplay together, and wanted to highlight different parts of the book, not being able to recreate the entire thing in its entirety, so to speak.
Yes,
but they
yes.
definitely want to bring some things that they felt were important out of the book onto the screen.
Yeah, I love how Michael goes through almost like a Breaking Bad kind of metamorphosis
Right.
from this perfectly good guy to just the epitome of gangster.
What a perfect comparison between the two, the series and the movie.
Yeah.
And I just want to get a shout out to every single freaking actor in this movie: James Caan, Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, Robert Duvall, Diane Keaton.
Wow.
I forget Fredo's character actor's name.
Yeah.
Kazali or Kazal? Or...
I honestly, I don't even know.
Anyway, Fredo, you were amazing. I love James Caan as his role, and so many other actors' role in this film that just it's pretty much perfection.
Yes, indeed. Let's see this film. Just a subtle, quiet film of father talking to son.
To have these two powerhouse actors in this scene is just incredible. Al Pacino, he was just starting off in his career.
Yes.
Marlon Brando, he had well cemented his place in cinema history with roles from back in the 50s, Streetcar Named Desire, On the Waterfront.
Yes.
And he was just one of the more amazing actors that everyone respected, even though there were rumors or actual him being difficult to work with.
Right,
so,
right.
but regardless of that, Coppola still wanted to work with him, still wanted him as the Godfather.
And his performance is legendary.
I heard of so many actors on both ends of this scene who wanted to be part of the production as that character. But these two, you can't really do it much better. And Michael's transformation is just pretty incredible.
Yeah, and this, I love it because it's really one Godfather talking to the other Godfather. Passing the torch, so to speak. Just a classic film. But this is really touching. A father talking to his son, and I think Michael was his favorite son, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, he sure was. Yeah. I mean, they make it pretty clear in part 2. And another, probably the best sequel ever, Godfather Part 2.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't think any other sequel comes close. And there are a lot of them out there that come close, but not part 2 of this part 1.
Yeah, this is really touching right here.
I'm just a huge fan of Al Pacino. He's just such a great actor.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, just everything he does. And there's a scene at the end of this movie that's a classic scene where he's talking with his wife.
Yeah.
Man, it's just a really good scene, you know. So
very few movies. You know, this is the movie. Like, if I ever I have to like prepare myself. You know, because it's so intense. But I love watching it over and over again. It's just filmmaking at its finest.
It's a little longer than your average movie. It's not standard 2 hours or less. I don't know the actual runtime, but it's way over 2 hours for sure. And back in the day, if you bought the VHS, you had to get a box set that had 2 VHSs for the one movie.
I remember that. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember those days.
Yeah, it was 2 VHS tapes for one movie because it was so freaking long. And I guess VHS was only for about 2 hours or so.
Yeah. Oh, man, that really takes me back. You actually had to stop, put in the next tape.
To
continue the movie.
Yeah. I mean, that's how long it was, but it's worth every minute, every second.
Absolutely. So, easily one of the best movies of all time, and definitely one of our all-time favorites. Francis Ford Coppola has made some of the greatest, and this is hands down, one of the most famous, most remembered movies ever.
Yeah, I can, off the top of my head, name 3 Academy Awards that it took home: Best Picture,
yes,
Director, and Marlon Brando as Best Actor.
Yeah.
Amazing. And that's another movie history he wasn't at the Academy Awards to accept his award.
I remember that was a lot of controversy.
Yeah, a lot of controversy, a lot of history on that. But yeah, if I remember through the bio series on TV that a lot of people didn't want the movie made because they thought it was just another gangster film.
Interesting.
And if you know anything about this movie and know anything about how it plays out, it's all about family.
Yes.
Just like you said.
Yes. Yes, indeed. A great film. Got to check it out.
If you don't know jack about movies, if you're just coming from Mars or something, this would be one of the first ones I'd say that you watch.
All right. Very cool.